I just want to thank 9459 Advocates again for another sponsored meal. Their nonprofit is built on a caring and truly empathetic foundation. Their goal is to provide a safe and comfortable place to heal. They offer everything that you may need while on your journey to healing. With their large network, everyone that you encounter will be a part of their team and will quickly become a familiar face. Thank you again, 9459 Advocates. Hey y'all, welcome back to Ketolicious Nessa. So today y'all have a special guest, my dear friend Dolores Gray. We're going to say our grace and get into our mukbang, and then we're going to talk to Dolores and get to know what she's doing here in the community in Cleveland, okay? So let's say our grace. Thank you, Lord, for this meal that I have prepared. Thank you for everything you're doing in my life and bringing in my life. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, y'all. Amen. So today on the menu, we have ribeye steak, loaded cauliflower mash, and we have asparagus. I asked Dolores what she wanted to eat out of one of my mukbangs, and she saw the live that I did, so she wanted this ribeye steak. So let me just show y'all what we got here. Hopefully the presentation look okay. But that is what we got, cauliflower mash, and on top of it, I have some chives and bacon, and we got asparagus, and on top of my ribeye, I got mushrooms, red onions, and bell peppers. So what we do need to do, I forgot, we got to do a thumbnail. So if you just want to hold your plate up, and we got to take a nice little picture, just like that, and just say cheese. Cheese. And we'll do one more. Cheese. All right, so that's going to be our thumbnail. So, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, do you want A1 sauce, too? Because I can.
No.
Okay. All right, because I do have
taste
some.
The flavor.
Yeah, so we about to get on in this. So, we're going to dig on in before our food get cold. Because y'all already know how the setup be. And I do have sour cream. And sour cream in the potatoes already. But if you need more, I definitely can get it for you. Hopefully they warm, because I didn't even stir them up to see.
I knew this was going to taste like this. So good.
It tastes like mashed potatoes, don't it? And this is her first time tasting cauliflower mash, so I just had a little fat meat with mine with. I like the fat meat on my steak. Do you?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I love the fat meat. We got some asparagus. This was actually purple asparagus. I don't know if you saw it before I put it in the oven. Now, it got a little cold, but it still tastes good. But it tastes just like regular asparagus. It ain't no difference. But when I was at Whole Foods yesterday, she like, do it taste different? I'm like, nah, it tastes the same. But
this is delicious.
Thank you. And if it's actually warm, I like my food piping hot. I was telling her as she saw the whole setup process. It's always funny when I have a guest on here, they be amazed by how you got to set up. And I tell people it's a process. You know, you be trying to get down and sit down before your food get cold. But
I'm like the little kids. You know how little kids make this on there.
It's so good. It is very good. So I hope everybody is doing good. I haven't sat down and did a mukbang in a while. I've been just doing my lives, doing cooking lives. So it's been a minute since I did this. I'm happy you came. If anybody remember, or y'all follow me on Instagram, me and Dolores actually did a segment on James's entertainment plug when I was doing the lives on the radio station. So she actually came in, but we didn't get to finish and talk about a lot of things. So I wanted to have her back on here so that she can talk about some of the stuff she's doing in the community. Now, I think of you as an activist. Do you say that you're an activist?
I would say, wait a minute, let me take this bite.
Go ahead. I told her, go ahead and eat first. Because I know it's hard. Like me, I done got used to eating and talking, but it'd be hard for people to do that.
It's so good, though. It's like restaurant quality.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I wish the asparagus was hot though, but
I would say that, you know, at one point I never thought of myself as an activist. More of an advocate. It's really kind of interchangeable. But I realize now that I am a true blue activist.
You are. You're doing so much in the community. So just so you guys get a little history, I met Dolores through my sister Angel, who actually her birthday was last Friday. So say happy birthday down in the comments. You guys went to school together, right?
No, we worked together.
Oh, worked together. I don't know why I keep thinking y'all went to school together, because she got so many friends that she went to school together that I know as well. But my sister sent me a video, which I'll link that down in my description of your YouTube video. She did a little small documentary on somebody else's page. It's not your page, is it?
It was called Girl Go Be Great. She's a influencer based out of Atlanta.
Okay. So yeah, my sister just sent it to me. She said, I think this is somebody that you need to be in touch with and meet. So I just watched it, and it was just such a great motivational video. Plus it's like, even though our stories is different, I felt like your pain in that video and just what we as women go through. And I was just like, I definitely want to link with her. So I'll definitely put that video down in the description so you guys can go and look at it. But after I seen that, I think Angel, my sister, put us in touch with each other. And I just started looking at some of the things. She does yoga in the community. She's ran for councilwoman. She has her, so I don't say it wrong, she has her own group, which is Brickhouse Wellness Empowerment, LLC. And which she's an advocate for women. So that's what that is about. She's also the president of the Carl B. Stokes Brigade. Is that Brigade Historical Organization. So, but if you go on her Facebook, you always see her in something. She's somewhere. She's somewhere. I don't care if it's a protest, it's something. She's doing something. So, what I really wanted to talk about that we didn't get to talk about, I wanted to talk about your about Brickhouse. Okay. But I also want to just understand the Carl B. Stokes part of it, because we didn't get to that part on the radio station. So what is your duties as a president, and what is it about, so people know? Okay.
Well, the Carl B. Stokes, I'm gonna take some water.
Okay, go ahead. And we got a little wine here too.
Yes. Delicious. Well, the Carl B. Stokes Brigade, first of all, it's the organization started like in the 80s. It's very old, so it's, it's older than me. Okay. So, my parents were involved with it at one point.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know anything about it. But being in the community, doing a lot of different things, I was just, I started getting more involved in different organizations like the NAACP, Black on Black Crime Inc. Okay. And also, because I'm also with the National Congress of Black Women. Greater Cleveland chapter.
When I say she had everything, y'all, I tell you, I couldn't write everything down because I don't know what all she do. I said I gotta have her on here so she could just tell y'all.
So, with that said, I was asked to become the president. So it's, I was voted in, nominated, and I accepted the nomination and was voted in. So basically, we are like a social justice organization that fights for justice in regards to jail reform, housing, crimes that are going on, like people being incarcerated, domestic violence. Also, it's just everything. Since everything that's going on in our community now, we do get involved. Okay.
So is it kind of like on the lines of NAACP, or is,
It's a little, it's similar. Okay. But with the Carl Stokes Brigade, we get into the meat of it.
Okay, got you.
And we're like right in the forefronts, like maybe like in the trenches.
Okay, got you.
Like, with a brigade, it's like an army.
Right.
So that's basically what we do. Okay. And, I've been looking for new members, because there's a lot of older members there and they're looking to step down.
Okay.
Things like that. So, because it's been around for years.
Okay. Yeah, I think when you came on the radio station, I looked it up and I seen it had been around for a long time. I'm like, this is something I had never heard of. I mean, of course I've heard of Carl B. Stokes. You know, everybody knows that name in Cleveland, but I had never heard of that, organization before. So it was new to me.
Right. And so right now the last living founder, his name is Bert Jennings, and he'll be 100 years old.
Oh wow!
On December 31st.
Oh wow! 100 years old.
Yes,
that's a blessing.
And so when I met him, I mean, I was just like, wow, he's still around and he's talking. And he was really happy that they had a younger person, with fresh ideas, because he said that's what he wanted, somebody with fresh ideas and things that they're doing already. So it's almost like they had been watching me with everything else that I've been doing, and kind of just came to me to talk to me about it. So I'm very pleased right now. We're just doing some transitional things. I'm trying to get membership together.
Okay. So when you say y'all looking for new members, like what, so people know, like what are the people that you're looking for? If people are interested in it.
Well, this is so good.
Thank you. I want mine a little bit more warm. Y'all know they everybody always say your food be piping hot. I said it do. Cause I like my food hot. But yeah, it's still good though.
I'm looking for members who are interested in the community.
Okay. That
have ideas that they may have, they want to put out there and help with a mission and a goal.
Okay.
And so our mission basically is to help people bring about change, bring about justice.
Okay.
And so, there's
even like with domestic violence.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, because how I am at this point.
Yeah.
I'm all involved with the domestic violence as well as human trafficking.
Yes, another big thing.
Yes.
Lord Jesus, yes.
And a lot of people don't realize that housing, the situation that's going on here in Cleveland, the housing situation is horrible.
Okay.
With people having their homes foreclosed.
Yeah.
It's like the market. It's like people are, we have investors that are coming into the city.
Yes, because I was looking for a home, like not even like a little bit after COVID, maybe a year after COVID started, and the market was crazy. But as soon as I would bid on a house, the investors would come in and overbid me so crazy. Right. It was no way I could even try to get it. And I'm like, why are these people doing that? So why are they doing that?
It's money. And then it's also, trying to take certain people out of that community.
Makes sense.
So as you know, there's a lot of gentrification going on in certain areas in the hood.
Yeah.
And they're building it up, but what people don't realize is they're not building it up for people like us.
Got you.
And so I talk about that a lot.
Okay.
I get some flack.
Definitely been knowing. I
but
bet.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's the truth.
Yes, it is.
And it's unfortunate that a lot of our community leaders, such as the council, sometimes they're for it. They go along with it because they think it's helping to build themselves up.
Yeah.
And then some of them may even get kickbacks from the investors, the developers. So,
I'm sure.
Yeah. So it's a lot. So, I have two people.
Come over just a little bit. I want to make sure you're in the camera.
Okay.
That's okay. You could be close to me. Okay.
And so also with that said, it's like there's two members that are part of Carl Stoke Brigade that are very much involved in that process. They work with other groups such as ACLU that works for the same type of justice regarding home housing, things like that. Okay. And so that's what I'm looking for. People that have a passion for what they're doing, for basically health and wellness, financial literacy, all of that. Because,
So you have committees and this organization for each of those, or is it like you just all come together as a team,
We come together as a team, but I'm looking to create committees too. Okay. Because it's, even though there's a lot, it's over like 50 people, but it's not a lot that is a lot of them are not participating. So that's what I'm looking for.
So they're members, but they're not actually doing the work.
Active.
So you want the work to be done.
Yes. I mean, I feel like this, if you're going to be a member, you need to be taking part in what's going on, not just getting news.
And that's what I love to see about you. Like, you out there doing the footwork. Like, it seems like every other week you send me something that you doing. I'm just like, look at her. She's just busy. You know, how do you find the time? That's what I want to know, because I'm overwhelmed just with the stuff I'm doing. And you're doing so much in the community. How do you keep yourself focused, you know, with all of that going on?
Well, for one thing, I go day by day. And I pace myself with what is priority. You know, so
that's
and then on top of that, everything that I'm doing, all of it is together. All of it works together.
It does. Yeah, they do.
Because just like with the National Congress of Black Women, I'm their legislative chairperson.
Okay.
So even with that,
y'all hear that?
it goes along with the Carl Stoke Brigade, Brickhouse Wellness, and even me being an activist.
Do you find any hatred or dislike with you being a Black woman, and that's such a great seat right now? You know, do you feel that a lot? You know, with
yes,
yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: there was a group, and the name skips my mind right now, that to put out a study that Cleveland was the worst place for Black women.
I can believe it.
And it's true.
I can believe it.
And that's not just going for, you know, they talk about housing, job markets, things like that. But it's more. It's also the sexist and male chauvinist situations as well.
Yes, yeah.
And I love my brothers.
Yeah.
I love them. I truly do. But a lot of them are, you know, I think a lot of us are just still caught up in that mindset, you know, where women's places in the home and whatever. But to be seen and not
be seen and not heard. Yes. Yes. And, you know, it's just crazy because as a Black single woman, you know, it's hard because we are very strong. And because of the situation we've been put in as being single parents and having to be the head of our household, you know, it's like they look at us a different way, you know, and it's just the position we've been placed in. We have no choice, you know. So
let me tell you about an incident that happened.
Okay.
Back in 2020.
Okay.
You probably remember this.
Okay.
It was a young girl. She was about 16 or 17. And she went to a gas station.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Lord Jesus.
And she got beat down. She got beat down by this 33-year-old guy. And what was real crazy about it is the people in there was filming it. Yes. And it was a guy saying, oh, you know, and I was like, and I became
so angry. Me too.
I said, I'm going to do something about this.
Yes.
I'm going to make it known.
Yes.
So I set up a something on Facebook. I got over like 300 people.
Oh, wow.
Want to come out.
Okay.
And then what was real crazy, it's like, I guess they thought I wasn't going to do it. They weren't looking at me like that. But then, and they said, I get 2 council people calling me and saying, oh, we hope you're not trying to start a riot. Then, when I get out there,
there needs to be one at this point.
When I get out there, the police is there. They, they blocked off stuff.
Where were y'all at, the gas station? Okay.
And I had talked to the owner, and he was real nervous, but he wanted to work with me.
Okay.
Because he was.
What is the race of the owners there? Were they
Middle Eastern?
Yeah. Okay.
So it was real crazy. So I get out there. Both council people are there. A bunch of men showed up. And so I never forget this one guy. He said, "Who's running this?" I said, "I am." He says, "You need to step back and let us handle it." I said, "Look, you wasn't handling it when it first happened." I said, "You need to step back because if you were going to do something, you could have did it a long time ago."
Yes, that was horrible.
And my thing is that we allow these groups to come into our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And like I told the owner, I said, you are in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You are in our community, so therefore you're
making a lot of money.
Yes, and that means that you're part of our community.
Yes, protect.
Protect. That's exactly what I said.
Yes.
Which means that you're supposed to protect your community that you're working in, which means protecting the women
that come in here.
Yes.
And if you have to pay for law enforcement, that's what you need to do. Yeah.
And he had security at one point, but he got rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just crazy.
Yeah. And that was a sad situation. Because she was like 18 or 17.
She was 17.
Yeah, she was young. And just because she wouldn't talk to him.
No.
Was that what it was?
That's what everybody was saying.
Oh, okay.
It was more to it.
Oh, okay.
It was because, you know, come to find out, it's also dealing with human trafficking. Nobody knew that. But I started researching it. I was actually looking at tape over and over again. And I was like, why is this young girl coming in the store? Because we all thought it was in the evening.
Okay.
This was at like 5 a.m., like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay.
And she was dressed a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why is she coming in here at that time? Okay. So I knew something was going on. So I started talking to her a lot. I got in contact with her grandmother, talked to her grandmother. She told me that, some family situations that was going on. So I understood what was happening now. And so it scared her to death, though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I know.
So she actually knew him then?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes. And so now, I guess from last year, as of last year, she was working at a regular, at one of these malls or something. So she got herself out of that.
Okay, well,
that's a blessing. And I kept in contact with, I did, contact the grandmother, was keeping in contact with them to make sure they were okay. Okay. But see, that's my thing. As an activist, I always say you have to, if you're going to be out there protesting, you have to also have resolve. And if you don't have resolve, what's the point of you doing that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but I got a lot of flack from the men. Yeah. And even one woman was trying to start. I'm like, look.
Because that's the first thing I thought about when I seen that. When you see men standing in there with her and not protecting her, that just hurt me. Like, where is our black men helping and protecting us? And a lot of women don't feel that in this community. So, that is an issue. So that's why a lot of us are so strong. We don't want to have to be that all the time, but you don't have a choice when you got situations like that, So that kind of ties into Brickhouse too. So, so tell them a little bit about Brickhouse and how did that even come about?
Okay, well, Brickhouse, I was just kind of, I was really going through a lot. I was depressed. I had actually just lost my house. I had a beautiful home. I just lost my house. And I was living with this guy that I thought was would be my husband. And I was like, I'm miserable. He's not acting right. It was just crazy. So I thought I gotta get out of this. And so one day he was driving me around and I saw this lady going across the street. And she looked the way I felt. And I said, she looked like she carrying bricks. Like she just don't know. Like she's just so downtrodden. And she trying to find something. I mean, this is what I was just interpreting, just looking at her. And then I said, that's how I feel. And I said, you know what? Because I kept saying I want to start something. And I said, Brickhouse.
That's a perfect name. Because when you hear Brickhouse, that's not the first thing to come in. You're thinking of a woman's silhouette, but that makes so much sense because, Right.
So and it goes into that. That song is so when I start saying Brickhouse Wellness, it kind of played into what I saw with the lady. And then I also thought, and everybody was like, wow, you just kind of be thinking crazy. But I also thought about the 3 little pigs.
Okay.
And they,
blowing the house down. Okay, gotcha.
So I was like, okay, so what is more sturdy? A brick house. And even with the little pigs and that little childhood story, they was fearful of the wolf, and they ran from house to house. The straw house blew down. I forgot what the other house was. But They blew down, but they couldn't get down to that brick house.
Yep.
It was solid inside and out.
Yes, yes.
And so that's my motto: be strong and be strong inside and out, just like a brick house. So that was my motto, because I said, hey, I'm just going to use that, because when I look at women, look at us as a whole. I mean, it's like we come in all types of shapes, sizes.
And people look at the outside and think everything is so good in the inside.
Yes.
I hear that so much. You don't look like what you've been through. But you don't know. People can be out here looking fabulous and be going through hell
and
inside.
People don't get it. They don't get it.
Yeah.
And, I'd have been through the depression. And I've also, a lot of people don't know this, when I talk about my story, I even, when I was going through this bad marriage and I had to get away, I even took a bunch of volumes. I even tried to do suicide. Yeah. And when people look at me like, really?
Right.
Yes, I did, because I just couldn't find a way out. And then on top of that, I wasn't spiritually connected. None of that.
Yeah. But, it's not that it's not hard to do. No. It's very easy to get into that mind space. You know what I mean? I've been there before. I've not actually done anything to do it, but you can get in that situation where you just feel like that's the best option. You know what I mean? So it's understandable. It's very understandable.
And I tell people that I'm sorry, I'm trying
that's
to
okay. That's okay. That is okay.
I mean, this food
and
is good.
It's cold now, and you still eating it. You know it's good when it's cold too.
Yeah, it is. And that's just like the flavor is really, really good.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna start making this cauliflower flour.
It's good. Mash. Yep. And you can make it to your consistency. Like if you like yours thicker, you can stop the blender. I make it right. I made it right in my Ninja. Yeah, I boiled it first and then put everything in a Ninja. Your butter, your sour cream, and your cheese. And just blend it up.
Oh, I'm going to make some.
Yeah.
But I always tell women that, there's times you're going to be down. You just have to find somebody to talk to. And see, with me, I didn't feel at that point I had somebody to talk to. Because I was going through a lot. Dealing with an alcoholic husband, losing my job, losing my house. It was just a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And losses is what, that's, I was actually going through grief because people don't even realize that anytime you lose something, it's grief. Yes. That is so true. I saw somebody post that, a guy posted that the other day about losing somebody, like a relationship. And it's almost like death, but it sometimes can feel worse because that person is still alive. And you feel that same pain. And I said, that's deep what he put, but it was so true. It is so it's
true.
It's very true. And so when I started Brickhouse, that was my mission, is to reach women.
I love that name though. I love it. Yeah, when I was at the domestic violence thing a couple weeks ago, and she was putting it up there, and she had all the people that were sponsored, and I saw Brick. I said, that's my girl. I was so happy, like I know her. But yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, she told me, she said, I met your friend, she is wonderful. I said, I know she's awesome.
Yeah, she kept telling me, she said, I love your smile, it's infectious. So I said, thank you so much. I gave her my card and everything.
Yeah, she's a beautiful person.
Yeah.
And
very touching story too.
Because she went through a lot herself. And people need to understand that it also, it's not just Black women that go through this, all women do. Yeah. But we are the number one that is affected by it. But with Brickhouse Wellness, I started doing Zumba. And I do yoga as well. But
I want to start doing yoga. My sister told me I should try yoga.
Yeah. And I do that to relax and whatever. So the Zumba is what was getting women to come to the class, because they was like, oh, she's a thick girl and she's shaking it up, stuff like that. So, that's how I was getting women to come in, and we would talk. And, and that was what my mission was. And so, I've had a lot of women come to me with touching stories
I
and things like that.
I bet. That was a great way to try to kind of break that, that silence a little bit. Yes, that's good.
Yeah, so and that's how I started that, but I kind of incorporated. I feel that all my little things that I do, I can incorporate it into the community to help. And excuse me, and I also feel that, when you're out in the community and you have something to offer, like resources, that was my mission. And so as of today, I actually have a grant to pay for the resources for Brickhouse Wellness.
Oh, that's excellent. Okay.
Yes, I received it from St. Luke's Foundation.
Okay.
And so I teach Zumba and the empowerment services at Fairhill Partners.
Okay.
Thursdays at 6:30.
So is it like a meeting, empowerment? Is it like a meeting that people come to, or
they come to Zumba?
Okay.
And then we talk
afterwards, like a sit down. Oh, that's nice.
We do like a round circle.
And so, what days do you do that?
Right now on Thursdays from 6:30 to 7:30.
Okay. Of course, the day I do my lives on. She was just telling me, you need to get in there. Maybe I just come there and go live there one day.
Well, that'd be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah, just as they see. But the only thing is, I probably would have. I wouldn't really be able to because of the music. Because I can't. The music, they won't let me do that part. I hate that part about YouTube. I be wanting to play my music. That would have been great though. But
it's like I try to, I just try to meet people where they're at. And Brickhouse Wellness, I do the empowerment piece, the exercise piece, the health and wellness part where, about eating healthy. And also, I feel that having like gardens and, spaces where you can meet to empower each other, because it's also therapeutic. So that's what
I love it. You just. When I tell you, you could just feel the energy. Like she ready to go out here right now and do something.
I am. You're right about that.
I'm telling you, I could just feel it coming off her. Like, where we going now?
Right. I mean, that's how I am. I mean, this is what's so funny. I didn't used to be this way.
I said that about cooking. I didn't. When I tell you, I said this on my live the other day. My mom literally would cook, and all I would do was cut the onions and bell peppers. When I moved out, I didn't know how to cook. A friend of mine taught me. I would call my mother. As I had kids, I had to learn how to cook, and I still have never been a person that just want to get in the kitchen.
Right.
But somehow when I started keto, it's just like this just fell into my lap, and no matter how I try to get away from cooking, people just it won't go anywhere. So it's like I have to fit it in my life some kind of way,
And your presentations are great. The food tastes delicious.
Thank you.
I was like, I told her, I said, look, because he was like, you want? I said, if I come back on, you got to cook this meal. Because I was telling you, I was sitting at home telling my now, why is she doing this?
I know everybody say that. Like
so good.
They be like, I can't even watch you because I'll be hungry.
Yeah. And I said, no, she got me hungry. And I be showing my mother. And she be like, where's this girl at? You know her? And I said, yeah. So she was like, I want some of that food. When I came on your first show, you had that.
The shrimp and the rice.
I was like,
yes, with my sauce. I'm going to have to get your mom. Yeah. So next time I do dinners, I'm going to have to call you personally.
Yeah, she was like, I want some of that.
Yes.
Especially when she saw that shrimp. She said, oh my goodness.
Yes, it'd be good. That's one of my hot sellers. They love that too. So what? Before we get out of here, let them know like where they can find you. Like, how do they find you to even come to Zumba? So tell them where that's at again. If they want to become part of the committee, how do they reach you for Carby Stokes? And just maybe come to the wellness group. So,
well, they can reach me. I can get my phone number and my email. My email is Dolores DELORES Gray G like in Gray Ford @gmail.com, or they can give me a call at 773-3451, or even just hit me up on Facebook under Dolores Gray.
Okay. So that y'all got a great resource right there, especially if you're in the Cleveland area. You know, we got people from everywhere, but you just never know, you know, who sees this, you know.
Right.
You know, we definitely gonna put that information out there. Anything last thing before we get out of here? You know, I know you got so much. I might have to bring her back around too. It'd be so much.
I want to tell you guys about I want you to come to the National Congress of Black Women.
Okay. When is that?
Well, we have membership drives coming up soon.
Okay.
And we have we have different committees. That's nothing but just all women, Black women.
I would love to do something like that.
It was founded by the first Black senator woman, Shirley Chisholm.
Okay.
So that will be. We just had our national conference. And then I was like, man,
let me just, before you finish, like, politics has never been like something I've been into. So I think sometimes people are kind of like, they just don't know how to fit into that, you know. Is it something that, you know, people can fit in that's like me, that really don't get into politics?
I think whatever your passion is, you know, whatever you're looking to, you know, because I always tell people, and this is just the truth, is that politics is everything. It's like everything that we do. School, housing, domestic violence, police.
So that's something I do need to tap into then.
So usually when you're an activist or advocate, you're connected with politics, no matter what. Because see, if they're afraid you're gonna come and protest them, then they're gonna
right.
When they get afraid about that, then they'll get to know you.
Right. Okay.
And then you could go to the meetings and listen and voice your opinion and whatever you feel.
Well, I guess I do need to do that, because actually the young lady, I don't know if you saw Keisha that I had on during domestic violence month. Me and her actually said, and I told her I would talk to you about it, like, want to collab some kind of way, just to try to make a difference some kind of way. So maybe that'll be something I can invite her to too, you know, because we know the laws is definitely something that needs to be changed, you know, and I guess that's a good place to start, just to at least hear what's going on and start to get
right.
Got to start somewhere.
And I would have never thought I would be doing some of the things I'm doing, but when your mind becomes open and you see what's really going on, you know, it compels you to, at least it compelled me to get involved. And I just, you know, when I wake up, you know, I can't shut it off now. Because it's something.
You won't go.
Yes. I mean, I get people that call me, and then when they tell me something, I'm like, oh no, we got to get this fixed.
Right.
I don't know. It's just
and
something.
I think that's where my thing is with domestic violence. Like, I talk about it, but it's time for me to do something. I just feel like I can't keep just saying, you know, don't hit on women. You know,
just like what you're doing right here. You can get a group of women. Make a nice dinner and then have conversation about that. You know, and you know, just like with the exercise with Zumba, that's what I did. It's like, you know, these women need to be motivated. We need to be empowered because we have been sitting down, you know, and we come from strong families anyway, no matter what.
Yes.
We all had a mother or an aunt or a grandmother or somebody that was doing something, fighting against something. So, you know, I always say, start at where you're at, what you're doing. Because when I started doing that with Zumba, and I said, I couldn't believe that women were really responding, and it was like, oh, you know, that's what got them. But then I just said, you know, I'm going to talk to them about some other things. I don't know.
That's just great what you just told me, because that I never thought about. Like, I've been thinking about doing sipping taste and stuff like that, but that sounds like
even
something
making
that
little hors d'oeuvres.
And
getting some of your girlfriends. You know, you can even call
and
me
just
up.
Starting.
You know, I can help you too, because you know I do healthy cooking too. So you know we can help and do this together. You know, that's what it's about.
I love that. That sounds great. That definitely you just jog something. My mind don't never stop. It's always like but I guess just putting it together is the problem.
Right. I understand. I understand.
That is great. All right. Well, I'm just so happy you came. I'm glad you enjoyed your meal, and we got work to do.
Yes,
we got
do.
work to do.
Yes,
So
we do.
you guys, if you want to get in touch with Dolores, I would definitely have her information all down in the description. I'll probably have it on the screen as well, like your email and everything, so
I
they can see it.
I have to get. I had a website, but
yeah,
it's somebody like
hacked
it.
Yeah, that's going on
so
much
I have to
nowadays.
do that over.
Yeah, so, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Dolores you'll see her again, trust me. We're going to do something.
Yes.
Real soon.
Well,
and you're going to be you want to tell them about do you have it together yet?
Not yet,
okay.
But still, because you was just good to say it too.
Yeah.
See, we think alike. we think alike.
I told you, I feel that energy.
Yeah. It's like I'm going to be doing a program called Get Real and Heal.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted her to definitely be like the keynote speaker and all of that.
Yeah.
And because it's about healing and just a coming together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about a march on men or anything like that. It's about us getting ourselves together too, because we can also be powerful in a way that help our black men.
Yes, exactly.
So
because I love our black men.
Me too.
I want me a strong black man.
That's right. I know that's right.
I want me one, but I have to work on myself and be strong within myself so that I can build him up as well. Right. We could build each other together.
And work together. That's how you create legacies. And, things like that. So that's what I'm about. And it's like I said, I call myself a late bloomer because of the fact that I had to turn in my 40s. Yes, to realize like, hey.
That's when it's all hit me too. So I get it. Yeah, I'm a late bloomer too. I'm still blooming.
Me too.
But yes, when she gets that together, I'll definitely bring that information back to you guys, especially for the people in Cleveland, because I had a few people that was coming to that. So, but we'll definitely get that information to you. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go over to Dolores' Facebook page and tell her that I sent you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And until next time, keep it Ketolicious. Peace. Bye y'all.